Hey, it was good. Well, the fight that has wanted to see for the past 2 years is here. We've all been waiting for this day. Andre Ward versus Paul Smith on BET. And the best part is it's on free TV. Alright, being real, this is the fight that I most wanted to see this year. Go watch the fight, my video. It's from last year, I think, or from like the New Year's. Go watch the video. The fights I most want to see in 2015. I said Andre Ward versus Paul Smith. Go watch it. I predicted it. No, I didn't predict this fight, but I said, believe it or not, I said all I want to see more than Mayweather Pacquiao, more than Cotto versus Canelo. I said it in that video. Was Andre Ward coming back into action? Because he's one of the best fighters in the world, and I just want to see him coming back and in the ring. Sarcasm aside, guys, Ward is a very good fighter. And even though I don't like his fighting style and I don't like his actions of the past few years, I don't like his inactivity, I don't like most things about Andre Ward. But I'm not going to deny that he's a skillful fighter. But I do expect low ratings. I do expect an empty arena, even in his hometown. I met some guy from San Francisco. It was a few years back. It was when he was on top. I think he had just beaten Chad Dawson. So that was like his best performance, right? This guy, he's from San Francisco. That's across the bay from Oakland. I was like, you know who Andre Ward is? And he's like, I don't think so. My friend remembered he met a boxer. Then he showed me a picture. It wasn't Andre Ward. But the point is that he's from that area. A world champion, a world-class fighter. Always fights in Oakland, too. Most of his fights are in Oakland. And this guy doesn't know who he is. This young guy who's a fan of all sports. He did not know who Andre Ward was. You best believe if there was a world champion that was from San Diego, most people in San Diego would know who he is. Especially young kids that watch a lot of sports, watch ESPN for fun. They know who that champion is. But he did not know. I'm not excited for this fight, and I want to ask a question. Do you care about this fight? And I said I do want to see this fight because I want to see Andre Ward back in action. But I kind of didn't anymore because, dude, how does this guy stay relevant? How does he still have a world title? How has he not been stripped when he hasn't fought in almost 2 years? It's ridiculous. 19 months he hasn't fought, and he's still champion, and he's still in conversations to fight one of the best fighters alive today in Gennady Golovkin, who, by the way, is a weight class lower than him. Tell me how Golovkin is ducking him when this fight is at 172. He's not even a super middleweight in this fight, and he hasn't fought in 2 years. I've said it several times already, man. How is Andre Ward still relevant? Because he's on HBO? He beat Carl Froch 4 years ago. 2011, guys. That's almost 4 years ago. He fought. I think it is exactly 4 years ago where he fought Carl Froch. I'm just checking to make sure so you guys. Oh no, that was on December. So almost 4 years ago. That was his. He fought a top 10 guy in his own division. So I ask again, does anybody care about this fight? I'm gonna watch it. But this is just a tune-up fight for Ward, another one. And he's probably gonna do another tune-up because he said he wants 2 or 3 fights to get his groove back. Okay, Ward, you've been out for 2 years. I respect you getting your groove back, but don't expect me to put you in the same conversation as a Gennady Golovkin, or even like in the same conversation as someone in your own weight division, like Carl Froch. He's put in more work since 2012 than you have. When he knocked out Butte, that's much more than you have done since 2012. An undefeated Butte who Andre Ward never fought. But I digress. Do you care about this fight? Do you think anybody's gonna care about this fight? I don't think Andre Ward's a future star at all. Even though he's a gold medalist, even though he's undefeated, he just doesn't get much love. But that's because he's a diva too. He's a diva like Cotto, like Pacquiao and Mayweather, without having the right to be a diva. You know who I respect is Timothy Bradley. He'll fight anybody, anywhere. Today I saw an interview. I'm going to do a video on that. I'm going to do a tribute video to Tim Bradley. Because he said, if anybody wants to make this about race, I respect all fighters if I respect them. I don't care what color they are. So don't make this about race with Andre Ward, man. Don't even. Because it's not about that. It's about the way he acts. And the fact that he hasn't fought anybody. Yeah, anyway, Timothy Bradley came out. He's like, I want to fight Canelo, I want to fight Cotto, and I want to fight Golovkin. And he was like, I'll fight Klitschko if I have to. That's a fighter. That's a fighter's fighter. I think he would be one of the few fighters today that would last, in the 1950s or in the 1920s. He would last. Because he's a natural welterweight. That's how welterweights used to look back then. Like his size. Maybe not as stocky or muscular, but just his size. They were his size. But maybe I'm just rambling right now. Whole point of this video is like, I'm excited to see Andre Ward fight, but I want to see him fight. This cannot be his last fight of the year. I want him to see him fight at least 2 or 3. I want to see him fight ideally 3 times this year. If it's the level of Paul Smith, so be it. I just want to see him fight. And don't no one put him at number 2 pound for pound just because he beat Paul Smith. This is not the same as Mayweather coming back and schooling Marquez, who was number 2 pound for pound at that time. Even though he's a lightweight, he's still a great fighter, future Hall of Famer. So don't make that equivalent to beating Paul Smith. No one put him in the number 2 pound for pound. I would even argue don't put him in the top 10. Someone called me a hater on Twitter because I said it's going to be an empty venue. But I'll come after. Hit me up afterwards and be like, dude, it was packed. The crowd was roaring. They were chanting SOG throughout the whole night, man. You don't even know. Tell me that more than 1 million people are going to watch this shit on BET. 1 million. 1 million. Just tell me that. Anyway, I'm done. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.